Welcome to a world where every square foot can bloom with life. If you think that a small garden is a limitation, we have something to surprise you with. In this video, we will share 10 thoughtful, creative, and proven ideas for decorating a small garden in 2025. These solutions are especially relevant for those who want to decorate their space without spending a lot of money and effort, especially if gardening is not just a hobby, but a way to maintain health, peace, and joy. Each idea is not just advice. It is a practical guide based on experience, suitable for American climate conditions and the needs of a mature audience. We will tell you what works, why it is effective, and how exactly to implement it so that you can feel confident and inspired. Let's go. Idea 1. A vertical garden is the best solution for a small plot. If you have very little space, for example, a balcony, a narrow yard, or a plot along a fence, vertical gardening can be a real breakthrough. It's not just beautiful, it's functional and convenient. It's especially important for those who find it difficult to constantly bend over. With a vertical garden, everything is at eye and hand level. You can use special wall panels, stair structures, even old wooden pallets. The main thing is to arrange the plants according to the level of illumination. Light-loving ones at the top, shade-loving ones below. For example, basil, rosemary, and thyme feel great higher up, and mint or strawberries a little lower. You water everything from one place, the care is minimal, and the space immediately becomes visually deeper. A vertical garden doesn't just save space. It gives a feeling of coziness and organization which is so lacking in small plots. Idea 2. Raised beds, health, order, and comfort. As we age, we increasingly feel that gardening is not only a favorite pastime, but also a challenge for our backs and knees. The solution? Raised beds are a real find. They not only simplify access to plants, but also allow you to control the quality of the soil, moisture levels, and drainage. The ideal height is about knee-high, so you can sit on a bench and calmly tend to the plantings. In 2025, composite materials or galvanized steel structures are increasingly used. They are durable and do not require painting. Such beds are great for growing vegetables, herbs, and even flowers. And if you place them in a cascade in levels, this will create visual volume and help you use the space rationally. Especially useful on slopes or uneven surfaces. Idea 3. Garden for the soul, a miniature Zen corner. When space is limited, it is important to create not just a green corner, but a place for rest and recovery. A small Zen garden is the perfect solution. It can be arranged even on 1 to 2 square meters. Use stones, sand, dwarf plants, and water elements. This does not require constant care, and the effect is amazing. Such a space is calming, reduces blood pressure, and helps you sleep better. The main thing is simplicity and symmetry. Stones can be arranged according to the rules of a Japanese garden. An odd number, natural shapes. Several bamboo elements will add privacy. This corner will become not just a beautiful element, but a real space for meditation, reading, or morning tea. It is suitable even for those who do not like to dig in the ground. Balance and contemplation are more important here. Idea 4. Container gardening, a garden that can be moved. A container garden is flexible. If you don't like it, move it. If the weather changes, put it under cover. Containers allow you to grow everything from tomatoes to dahlias. Especially convenient for the elderly. No need to dig the ground, easy to control watering and fertilizers. It is better to choose containers with drainage holes and on wheels, easy to move. Containers can be placed in steps at an angle. Use boxes of different shapes and colors to add style. It is important not to overload the composition. 3 to 5 types of plants are enough. Mix decorative and useful crops. Mint with petunia, lavender with cherry. Beautiful, fragrant, and practical. An excellent solution for balconies, verandas, and even driveways. Idea 5. Mirrors and reflective elements. Visually increase the space. A small garden seems twice as big if you use reflective surfaces wisely. Mirrors, glass panels, even varnished would create the illusion of space. It is better to place mirrors at an angle, reflecting greenery, the sky, or decorative elements. Choose safe options, acrylic mirrors for the street or mirror tiles. This technique is especially effective if you have a long and narrow plot. A mirror on the side wall will add depth. In the evening, with candles or garden lanterns, a magical atmosphere is created. This is not just a visual trick. The reflection of light and color makes the garden lively, dynamic. Even if the space is limited, the emotions from being in such a garden are as if you are in a spacious meadow. Idea 6. Hanging planters. Vertical beauty with minimal effort. If you want blooming coziness, but the shelves and flower beds are already occupied, pay attention to hanging planters. This is a simple but incredibly effective solution for a small garden. They do not require much space, are easily hung on hooks, pergolas, walls, and even trees. In 2025, self-watering models are especially popular. With them, you will not worry about drying out. And if your hands are not so dexterous, choose lightweight plastic or wicker planters. They do not break and are easier to handle. Combine plants by color and shape. Ampullus petunias, lobelia, ivy, decorative strawberries. All this creates a living waterfall. And if you add fragrant flowers, it will not only be beautiful but also smell nice. Hanging planters create the feeling of a garden in the air. Even in the most modest area, you feel like you are in nature. And yes, you hardly have to bend over to pick them up. This is important. Idea 7. Mini fruit corner. Small trees, big joys. Even if you don't have a large garden, you can still grow a fruit tree, a compact dwarf one, specially bred for containers. It's not just beautiful, it's a symbol of coziness and prosperity. Lemons, limes, dwarf apple trees, or figs feel great on a terrace or in a patio. The main thing is to choose the right container, at least 18 inches wide, good drainage, and some sunlight at least 6 hours a day. Why is this a good idea? Firstly, such trees bloom and bear fruit, that is, they delight in spring, summer, and autumn. Secondly, they are easy to care for. You don't have to prune them high or fight pests as in a regular garden. And they also decorate the space perfectly. Even one lemongrass on the veranda can completely change the atmosphere, adding a touch of the Mediterranean to your home. Idea 8. Using recycled materials, a garden with history and soul. In 2025, eco-friendliness is not just a fashion trend, but a conscious choice. Reusing old things is not only useful but also very beautiful if done with soul. Old teapots, wooden boxes, baskets, metal watering cans, all this can become unusual flower pots or decorative elements. This approach is especially close to the 65+ generation because each item carries memories, a connection with the past. It is only important to make sure that the material is not rusty and safe, and that drainage holes are present. You can paint old furniture and turn it into a shelf for plants or make a flower bed from an old chest of drawers. This does not just decorate the garden, it makes it truly personal, soulful. And most importantly, you save the planet, not throwing things away but giving them a second life. Idea 9. Smart lighting, a garden that lives after sunset. A small garden is not only a joy during the day, but also an evening magic, if you organize the lighting correctly. It does not have to be expensive. Modern LED and solar lights are inexpensive, last a long time, and do not require wires. Start with soft lighting of the paths. It is both beautiful and safe. Add lanterns to the flower beds on the railings, hang garlands on the pergola. Warm shades similar to candles look especially cozy. For a romantic atmosphere, you can use battery-powered lanterns, hidden lighting under the flower pots, or even small spotlights to illuminate your favorite tree. Such a garden literally comes alive in the evening. It is an ideal place to relax, read, or have a leisurely conversation. And for older people, it is also important that the lighting helps with orientation and reduces the risk of falls. Idea 10. Themed mini gardens, creating a mood and inspiration. We finish our list with an unusual but very personal idea. Try to design a small area as a themed mini garden. This is not just decorative, it is an opportunity to express yourself, remember your favorite place or dream. For example, create a Mediterranean corner with lavender, rosemary, terracotta, and stones. Or create a rustic garden with daisies, sunflowers, and a wooden bench. Do you like prairies? Grow cereals, feather grass, add wooden elements. Such a garden can be very small, just a few square feet, but it will speak. It will become a place where you feel at home. This is especially valuable for those who no longer travel so actively, but want to maintain a connection with favorite memories. When you design a garden according to a theme, you are not just planting plants. You are creating a mood, an atmosphere, a meaning. This is a real garden with a soul. Conclusion voiceover. Thank you for being with us. We hope these ideas inspired you and showed you that a small garden is not a limitation, but an opportunity. An opportunity to create coziness, express yourself, and enjoy nature without leaving home. If you liked the video, subscribe, like, and share with your friends. Let's make 2025 the greenest and most joyful year for us and our loved ones. See you in the next episode, and may your garden bloom every day.